Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing 231 pounds,
Little backstage news from earlier today. Orange Cassidy burst into Tony Khan's office, wanting his match with Claudio Castagnoli moved up to tonight. He is so angry at what happened to Kyle Fletcher. Kyle, as you know, was supposed to be Kyle O'Reilly was supposed to be in this tournament, but Kyle O'Reilly cannot be in this tournament.
After the attack that we just saw a bit of at Full Gear, Jon Moxley tapping to Kyle O'Reilly twice in the span of 10 days, an unprecedented task, but it was after the bell, the damage done. Kyle O'Reilly out of the tournament, his partner Roderick Strong stepping into his place in the Blue League, Nigel.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that we heard Moxley say, apropos, who was the winner and who was the real loser? Yeah, he tapped out, but O'Reilly now out of the Continental Classic, and that means Roderick Strong is coming for payback.
and his opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 167 pounds,
Máscara Dorada was part of that trios match on the tailgate brawl this past Saturday that bled into Full Gear, and he looked exceptional, especially mixing it up, not just with Hechicero, but Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita, two phenomenal tournament wrestlers. Another head-turning performance by Máscara Dorada this past Saturday at Full Gear as he, Neon, and Místico retained the CMLL World Trios Championships. And now Dorada entering a round-robin tournament for the first time in his young career. Moxley, he's got experience in this scenario. Round-robin, of course, means that everybody in each league wrestles everybody. And, of course, as with all Continental Classic matches, it's a 20-minute time limit. 3 points to the winner. 1 point in the event of a draw, 1 point to both competitors, and absolutely no outside interference. That is why Jon Moxley left Marina Shafir on the other side of the barricade.
I think that's the most important rule when it comes to the Death Riders. No outside interference. That's what they've been using throughout this run here in AEW.
Yeah, we saw how that worked out for Darby Allin after Pac promised a straight-up wrestling match, as we see at the bottom of your screen. Competitors rounding out the Blue League, Dorada and Jon Moxley, of course, Orange Cassidy, Claudio Castagnoli, as you mentioned, Tony, and then Konosuke Takeshita, the Alpha, winner of this year's G1 Climax in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Roderick Strong, the sixth man in the Blue League bracket.
Yeah, Roderick is angry as Orange, well, maybe not as angry as Orange Cassidy, but angry enough about Kyle O'Reilly and what happened.
And you see World's End coming up live on pay-per-view on HBO Max Saturday, December 27th. And you will see the semifinal round and the final round of the 2025 Continental Classic on the same night. Last year in the finals, it was Kazuchika Okada, Will Ospreay. A phenomenal match, which saw Okada retain the Continental Championship. Great agility shown there by Máscara Dorada.
Interesting clash of styles in this one. I'm going to labour the point, but obviously Máscara Dorada, known for high flying, lightning quick offense. Jon Moxley, a real street fighter, a brawler. Certainly would try to turn the style of this match to his favour.
Yeah, the more that this can just be a dogfight, benefits Jon Moxley hugely, especially Moxley coming off a series of losses, just a dismal run of form for Jon Moxley, the worst we've ever seen in his AEW career, Tony.
Yeah, it was Excalibur, but as you can tell, Jon Moxley did not let that bother him. You know it's got to, but he's showing a really strong front.
Somehow he's managed to convince the rest of the Death Riders he's still a winner.
Yeah, that he won the match almost, but he didn't. And let's see how he comes across tonight.
Jon Moxley into the ring. Dorada. Oh, Jon Moxley just trucked Máscara Dorada with that one.
And Moxley hit his hit as well, but I believe hit the top of the safety rail, which is padded.
Unorthodox Jon Moxley, you never know what he's going to do. Unusual to see him fly like this, but perhaps that's one of the reasons why came ever so close to landing head first into that guardrail, and that could have ended this match quickly.
Nigel perhaps trying to get in the head of his aerially inclined opponent, Mascara Dorada.
Well, he would certainly give the advantage when it comes to agility and high flying to Dorada, but perhaps after another submission loss to Kyle O'Reilly, certainly doesn't want this one to come into submissions.
Now Dorada building up some speed, some momentum over the ropes, just leapt over the ropes. Moxley grabbed him. Nope, Dorada sends Moxley off of the stage.
Oh, watch this. This is going to be spectacular.
It really is. Hold on to your seats, guys. Well, we were...
It kind of was spectacular, just not the way we expected.
Oof, he is done, man.
He's out. Just look at this. Very little way of protecting himself once he was committed to the dive. John Moxley knew that only too well.
Just a swift elbow strike shutting down Mascara Dorada. And now Moxley with the advantage. And Nigel in this round robin situation. Wait a second, Moxley looking for the covered lateral press. Shoot. It's a bit different from a knockout tournament cover. Again, pacing becomes important. How you start out and how you continue throughout the tournament, because you are wrestling. I mean, it's not win or go home. It's win, accumulate 3 points, accumulate 6, 9. I mean, however you go about it, getting to the top of your league.
You're playing the long game. There's no question about that. And certainly, if you look at guys like Kazuchika Okada, Konosuke Takeshita, two men who've got great experiences in tournaments. That's why they're favorites.
John Moxley with the upper hand as this Blue League opener in the Continental Classic continues.
I love Moxley's game plan here. He's just grounding, except for maybe one or two. He has grounded Mascara Dorada, who, as we know, is just absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, phenomenal high flyer.
Yep, great second-generation wrestler, and a 712 reign as the world historic welterweight champion in CMLL.
What a record, yeah. Also has a victory over Rocky Romero in the final of the 2023 Leyenda de Plata tournament. The Silver Legend, in honor of the legendary superstar who transcended Lucha Libre, El Santo.
Now Moxley attacking the leg of Mascara Dorada.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, but didn't you get to call El Santo's debut match in America?
I was actually one of the ring guys, and I took back the robe back to the locker room.
Is that right?
Dorada gets to the ropes to force the break.
Dumbass.
That's El Santo. He's a legend. How dare you call him that?
The fans here in Nashville trying to urge on Mascara Dorada as John Moxley slows this pace down. But Nigel, we mentioned how John Moxley tapped out to that ankle lock from Kyle O'Reilly twice in the span of 10 days. He cannot be 100% on that leg.
Yeah, no question. Damage to the cruciate ligaments of the knee, but also not 100%. Not 100% mentally as well.
He has effectively grounded Dorada here.
Yeah, John Moxley has had answers to just about everything Mascara Dorada has tried in terms of high flying.
Yeah, there's two different options, aren't they, when you're facing a higher flyer? You can ground them, or you can let them fly and then walk out of the way.
Moxley bouncing around here. Is this unlike John Moxley? Say the least.
John Moxley, as a four-time former AEW World Champion, of course, he's one of the best competitors in our locker room. And I think he's coming into this match, despite his recent losses, with well-deserved confidence. Welcome back to this Thanksgiving Eve edition of AEW Dynamite. John Moxley, Mascara Dorada, Blue League action, the opening contest in the Blue League for the 2025 Continental Classic. Moxley has brought the ring steps into play, but Mascara Dorada frees himself from Moxley's grip. Toe holds Moxley into the steps.
Shoulder first that time.
Moxley was looking for the pile driver, but instead, whoa!
Hurricanrana on the floor. Mascara Dorada fighting his way back into over the barricade.
Wow.
Creative offense there.
How about this? Dorada taking it to Moxley on the floor. We thought just the opposite would happen.
As Dorada now to the top, finds his footing, the tornado. Arm drag Moxley. A little bit of frustration showing on the part of the former champion. Rebounded back into the ring. The kick combination from Mascara Dorada. Dorada now. Code red. 1, 2. Oh, Moxley able to kick out.
Coming close to a huge victory against a former AEW World Champion. The Golden Mask perhaps looking to go to the top perch again. Yes.
Better be careful here.
Such ease. Cat-like agility, but oh, wait a second. How many lives has he got left?
Rolls to the outside, trying to put some distance between himself and Dorada, but Dorada over the top with the tornado.
Such great agility, like a cat landing on his feet. Just look at this, extremely risky. You've got to rely on your opponent being there to break your fall, and that's exactly what happened.
Dorada knocking Moxley to the floor. Remember, this is a Continental Classic group stage matchup. 20-minute time limit, 3 points to the winner. 1 point to each competitor in the event of a draw. Everyone banned from ringside. Dorada now with Moxley. Oh no, Moxley just snaps off the cutter.
And already we have seen Kyle Fletcher with 3 points in his win. Still to come, we have Orange Cassidy and Claudio Castagnoli here tonight.
Plus Darby Allin and the Jet Kevin Knight in Gold League action. Still to come is Moxley punishing Dorada with those right hands in the corner. Referee Aubrey Edwards trying to take Moxley out of the corner, but a momentary lapse by Moxley allows Dorada bringing him down with that neck breaker. Now Dorada collects the arms, makes the cover, and Moxley able to kick out.
I think Dorada thought he had that one for sure after that.
Taking his time, now there it is. Doesn't have the full extension on the arm, but
The Jujigatame. Dorada's fighting for it, but we've seen how Jon Moxley is prone to bouts of panic.
Yeah, he's panicking right now.
Guarantee you Marina Shafir has schooled Moxley on how to survive the armbar. Of course, one of Marina Shafir's training partners, Ronda Rousey, made a living with the armbar.
Oh, but Moxley.
Wow. How about turning that around?
Passes the guard, now battering Dorada with those blows to the head, and now Moxley on the move. Oh, just a running knee strike. Moxley once again trucking Dorada.
That was on the neck or the trapezius. I'm not so sure, but that caught Dorada.
Death Rider, no. Dorada to his feet. Rolls him up inside cradle. 1, 2. Oh, so close.
The Golden Mask almost scoring the upset.
Great extension of the thrust kick.
Hasn't given up the chance yet.
Moxley is down. Don't look around. Covering. He's got to do what he's got to do, right?
Moxley down, Dorada to the top, perhaps 3 points in sight. Mascara Dorada, 450 slam. 1, 2. Moxley.
Whoa. Holy smokes. It's about right now where I think you would see members of the Death Riders come to Jon Moxley's aid, but they cannot in this match.
Everything ends in the middle of the ring. The better man leaves with the 3 points.
The first 3 points in the Blue League of the Continental Classic on the line in this match. Dorada once again drops Moxley. Ascends to the top. Dorada gains his footing. And the shooting star press, but the knees were waiting for Dorada as Moxley now.
The choke's on.
The Darce choke is in. Not a choke, it's actually a sleeper, but either way, Dorada is fading here.
Flailing like a fish, desperately. No way out, though.
Moxley compresses the carotid artery. Mascara Dorada goes out, and John Moxley collects 3 points.
The winner of this match, John Moxley.
It was the ground game that prevailed in this one, guys, without a doubt.
As we take a look at the table for the Blue League, John Moxley, the first points on the board here tonight with 3. Remember, Orange Cassidy, Claudio Castagnoli will be in the Blue League main event match here tonight on Dynamite as Marina Shafir, now that the match has concluded, allowed to come to the ring. And
boy, Moxley's hurting, guys. He got up, but he's in a lot of pain.
John Moxley realised he was in trouble on more than one occasion this match. Oh, wait a second.
Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne, of course, part of the semifinal duo in the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament. They will face the Timeless Love Bombs, Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa. We saw the Babes of Wrath advance to the finals earlier tonight, and the Timeless Love Bombs, by winning the 4-way this past Saturday at Collision, can pick the stipulation for their semifinal clash with Shafir and Bayne.
Johnny! You are not dreaming. Your eyes do not deceive you. This is timeless Toni Storm, live and in living color, darling. And judging by your actions the past few weeks, I am also the toughest, most resilient, least bitchy person standing in this ring. Now, despite your love of cargo pants, I really like you, Johnny. But when you operate in fear, where you operate in hate, I operate in love. And what I do for love is far more violent than you could ever imagine, Johnny. To stay and chat all night, just us gals. But I have a message for your cavewoman daughter. As per our victory at Full Gear, my lover and I will decide the stipulation for our semi-final contest. And it has to be brutal enough to exact our revenge. It must be entertaining enough for all these sickos. Now, I have stayed awake for 4 nights straight, and I just can't come up with a match. So this morning, I woke up, and I rolled over, and I saw my sweet Mina. There she is. And I realized that I haven't got her anything for Christmas. Well, Mina, Merry Early Christmas. My gift to you, the heads of 2 slot tarts on a silver platter. Next Wednesday, no tags, no countouts, no disqualifications in a hardcore holiday deathmatch.
Hardcore holiday deathmatch, the stipulation, Timeless Love Bombs, Marina Shafir, the Megasis, Megan Bayne, the semifinals, the winners will face the Babes of Wrath for the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship.
Wow, indicated it's going to be quite an affair. Now you saw that time that Shafir wanted to get right to Tony Storm, but John Moxley knew better.